Let's get started.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck.
Good luck, everyone.
Okay, Sanat, here are your first three directs. Plants vs. Zombies features several weaponized plants whose names form a pun or involve wordplay. This plant acts as a fortification or defensive barrier that zombies need to destroy or scale in order to proceed. What is its name? 4-3 letters, which is derived by adding a letter to the name of an edible seed enclosed in a hard shell.
Walnut with a double L.
Is correct? Next question to you. Which liquor brand, crafted with a blend of botanicals that includes juniper, coriander, angelica root, and licorice, uses this red seal on its bottles? This Diageo-owned brand was founded by Charles Blanc in 1830 in Bloomsbury, London.
Tanqueray.
Is correct? Third question to you. This is a still from the rehearsals of which musical? It depicts the central character launching into defying gravity, one of the hit show's most popular numbers.
Wicket.
Is correct. Strong start to the game. Next three to Greg. Ivan Ivazovsky is considered one of the greatest masters of marine art. In 1869, he became the first artist to paint which waterway after he set sail on General Kotzebue, one of the first ships along this route.
Suez Canal.
Is correct. Second question to you. Which company recently issued this full-page tribute to veteran ad man Piyush Pandey in major publications? This multinational agency also wrote, "You were a North Star, the giant on whose shoulders we stood. Farewell, our friend, our mentor, forever inspired."
I don't know. Tata.
Not correct. Aditya?
Ogilvy Mather.
Yes. Third question to Greg. What type of fabric is made from sheep's wool that is dyed and spun into yarn before being woven into a coarse cloth that is warm and water resistant? With its origins in Scotland, it is a popular choice for coats, jackets, and suits.
Um, I don't know. Seersucker.
Not correct. Jimmy
Tweed?
is correct. Next three to Aditya. What term is given to a horse with a reddish-brown coat? This name comes from its similarity to the fruit of the genus Castanea, which has a spiky exterior but reveals a warm brown interior that is roasted and eaten in winter.
I'll pass.
Sanat
Chestnut.
is correct. Second one to Aditya. Many Hispanic surnames trace their origins to Arabic words. Which Hispanic surname derives from the Arabic word for lord or Sayyid and would be most familiar to us as part of the adopted name of a mercenary born Rodrigo Diaz de Vivar in 1043?
Pass.
Greg?
The Cid, like El Cid?
Yes. Sid from Elfid. Third one to Aditya. Wikipedia uses many quirky terms to refer to its users. What title, 5 letters, is given to an editor who covertly fights vandalism and then sneaks back into the shadows of Wikipedia? These stealthy warriors are prone to get into edit wars.
Ninja.
Is correct. Next, redirects to Jimmy. This 1985 novel by Laszlo Krasznahorkai, which was adapted into an acclaimed film by Bellatar, has 12 chapters whose numbering goes from 1 to 6 and then from 6 to 1. In other words, 6 steps forward and back. What is this novel's chapter structure rhythmically based on? It traditionally takes 2 to follow this structure.
Okay, you're looking for the thing in bold. You're not looking for the name of the novel. Okay. So, Tango.
Is correct. From Satan Tango. Second one to Jimmy. This is a still from the rehearsals of which musical? Some of the cast can be seen holding the titular object while preaching faith in a remote Ugandan village.
Book of Mormon.
Is correct. Third directive. This plant uses long stalks with pointed tips to pierce zombies. It is known by what name? 10 letters. That references a pole arm used for thrusting or throwing. It inserts a single letter in the name of a vegetable known for its distinct smell. Your answer?
Lasparagus?
Sanat?
Asparagus.
Yes.
Huh, of course.
Asparagus turns to
God.
asparagus.
Oh, God, stupid.
So, end of round 1, with everybody has marks on the board. Sanat, your next 3 diets. What term is given to a horse with a rare dominant gene that dilutes the expected coat color, leading to a hue first described as a French sparkling wine by the breeder who observed it on a dark brown black horse coat?
I'm not sure of this. Chardonnay.
Not correct. Greg?
Champagne?
Champagne is correct.
Hmm.
Second one to you, Sanat. Which Hispanic surname derives from Arabic for circular space or mudawar, referring to a hill fort? It may be familiar to us through an acclaimed filmmaker who achieved fame following the La Movida Madrileña movement of the 1970s.
Almodovar.
Is correct? As in Pedro. Third question to you. The official announcements of the Nobel Prizes are accompanied by presentations to explain the discoveries. The 2025 Nobel Prize in Chemistry was awarded to Kitagawa, Robson, and Yagi for the development of metal organic frameworks, or MOFs. One of the most important applications is their ability to store gases by specifically tuned capture onto the MOF surface. What is this process called that leverages the affinity of molecules to a surface?
Pass.
Aditya?
Pass.
Jimmy?
Adsorption?
Is correct.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Adsorption. Next, three directs to Greg. What title, 7 letters, is given to an editor who targets new editors and crushes their soul? They suck the energy out of their victims to a point that the fallen individual will never edit again, or worse, transform into a blank themselves.
Vampire.
Is correct? Second one to you. Punching out zombies with its powerful fists. What is the name of this plant, 4, 5 letters or 9 letters combined, that one could also use for a talented vocal percussionist in hip hop? It is based on a plant that was known historically as blood turnip.
Not getting it. Tomato.
Aditya,
Pass.
Jimmy
Beatboxer.
is correct.
Beet. Okay.
Beatboxer. Third question to Greg. The 2025 Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine was awarded to Bruckner, Ramsdell, and Sakaguchi for their work on peripheral immune tolerance. Central to their discoveries was a mutated mouse strain, 6 letters, with ruffled skin arising from autoimmune response. They discovered that the gene causing this condition controls regulatory T cells, which later helped decode many autoimmune conditions. Identify this mouse strain, 6 letters, or the gene, either a 5 letter name or 7 letter name.
No clue. Wrinkle.
Aditya,
Pass.
Sanat,
Pass.
continuing with Aditya's 3 directs. Christian Marclay's The Clock is a 24-hour art piece that is composed from film and TV clips depicting clocks. A clip from which 2005 film adaptation is used for the clock striking 12 at midnight. It depicts the climax where a landmark is destroyed on the 5th of November as part of a revolutionary plot.
V for Vendetta.
Is correct? Second one to you. Led by veteran explorers Borge Osland and Vincent Colliard, Ice Legacy is an ongoing mission to cross 20 of the world's largest ice caps. In 2016, the Ice Legacy duo crossed the largest non-polar ice field in the world. Identify this ice field that shares its name with the second highest mountain in both Canada and the US. You may also provide the name of the largest national park in the US, which includes parts of this vast ice field.
Mount Whitney.
Not correct, Sanat?
Pass.
Greg?
I'll pass.
Jimmy?
Wrangell St. Elias.
Is
Mhm.
correct. St. Elias being the mountain. Third question to Aditya. This is a snap from the rehearsals of it musical. The rotating platform at the center of the stage is used to depict the descent into the titular underworld.
Databases.
Not correct, Sanat?
Hadestown.
Is correct. Okay, these down. Next three to Jimmy. Konami's Pro Evolution Soccer has used several fake names for football clubs due to licensing conflicts. Which football club was given the fake name Naranja in the early editions of Pro Evolution Soccer? While the city's association with the fake name is famous in its own right, the annual friendly tournament hosted by this club is known as Trofeo Taronja, shown in the visual.
Uh, Real Madrid.
Not correct, Aditya?
Pass.
Greg?
Try Ivrea.
Not correct. Sanat?
Pass.
This is Valencia.
Okay.
Mm.
Hmm.
Second one to Jimmy. Which liquor brand that is primarily distilled and aged in Claremont, Kentucky, uses this red badge as its logo? It was managed for seven generations as a family business before being sold to the Japanese conglomerate Suntory in 2014.
Jim Beam.
Is correct. Third question to you. Which company issued this tribute to Pandey? Pandey's campaigns often tied their products to special moments and sweet celebrations, reminding that there is something special in each of us.
Boy. I'll try Hallmark.
Not correct. Aditya
Cadbury.
is correct.
Wow.
So, Sanat, here are the next three directs. Life, a User's Manual is the most famous work by George Perec, a member of the Oulipo movement. It takes place in an apartment block with 10 by 10 grid of flats, with a chapter dedicated to each flat. The order of the chapters follows a sequence based on a blank store on a different size grid. What is the sequence or tour based on?
A knight's tour in chess.
Is correct.
Hmm.
Second one to you. In 2007, this work by Iwasowski became his most expensive painting to be sold at auction. It depicts American ships near what limestone formation, dominating the western entrance to the Mediterranean Sea.
Rock of Gibraltar.
Is correct. Third one to you. Which football club was given the fake name Patagonia in the early editions of Pro Evolution Soccer? This was a geographical misnomer, as this club is located over 1,500 kilometers away from the region, in a neighborhood with passionate young fans who always have a mouthful to say.
Boca Juniors.
Is correct.
Oh,
Next, say to Greg. Which Hispanic surname with a similar Portuguese cognate comes from Arabic, which in turn borrows from the Gaye's word for dining table or mud. The titular protagonist of a recent Booker Prize winner may remind you of the answer.
Amadeo.
Can you repeat that?
Amadeo.
Aditya?
Pass.
Sanat?
pass.
Jimmy
Almeida.
is correct. Almeida.
Hmm.
Second one to Greg. Which liquor brand, whose finest products are blended and bottled in Dumbarton, uses the thread sticker for a range of products? Now owned by Pernod Ricard, it was founded by George Blanc in 1827 as a small supply store in Edinburgh.
Not
Your
coming to me.
answer, please.
S.
Okay. Aditya
Ballantines.
is correct.
I wasn't getting that.
Yeah, that's hard.
Third one to Greg. Several palaces around Europe were inspired from the Palace of Versailles in Paris, which palace served as the main summer residence of the Habsburg rulers for almost 300 years. It boasts large open gardens known as the Great Parterre, with its Neptune fountain often considered the crowning monument of the palace complex.
Schönbrunn.
Is correct. Next, three directs to Aditya. What type of fabric, often made from cotton or wool, is created by brushing the fabric to loosen and raise the fibers, which traps air and adds to its cozy feel? It derives its name from guillenin, the Welsh word for wool, and is typically used for shirts, jackets, and shackles.
Pass.
Sanat
Flannel.
is correct. Second one to Aditya. Which company issued this tribute to Pandey? Apart from using their own name to describe his legacy, the brand said, "Time moves on, but your ideas, your vision, and your spirit endure forever."
Titan.
Is correct. Third question to you. Which liquor brand, distilled at the New Middleton Distillery in County Cork, uses this red emblem as a trademark on its bottles? Once managed by a distinguished family, it was acquired by the French conglomerate Pernod Ricard in 1988.
Jameson's.
Is correct. And next to Jimmy. A clip from which 1985 film is used for the clock at 10:22 a.m. It depicts a library clock, which indicates that the protagonists still have almost 5.5 hours of punishment left.
The Breakfast Club.
Is correct. Second one to you. Which Hispanic surname comes from the Arabic word for cherry tree or curse due to its abundance in a namesake city in the province of Albacete? It may remind you of a sports star who is the youngest to be ranked year-end world number one in ATP history.
Alcaraz.
Is correct. And at the end of round three, Jimmy, your third question is up. What term is given to a horse that has white markings extending from its hoof up to or above its knee? It is named for its resemblance to an elastic, close-fitting garment, and a shorter marking is appropriately called a sock.
Um, Stocking?
is correct. And that's the end of round three. Sanat, your next three directs. In 2014, the Ice Legacy duo sailed to Verlagen-Hüken in the Hinlopen Strait for an 8-day cross-country skiing expedition across the world's 12th largest ice field, located on the world's 36th largest island. Which island, the only permanently populated island in its archipelago, is this?
Svalbard.
Not correct. Greg,
That was my guess. Pass.
Aditya,
Pass.
Jimmy.
Spitsbergen?
That is correct. In the Svalbard archipelago,
Hmm.
Spitsbergen is the island.
I appreciate the assist.
Second one to Sanat. What title, 7 letters, is given to an editor who reprimands others for disruptive behavior? They prevent troublemakers from entering Wikipedia's editorial space and often eject people who misbehave from the premises.
Teacher.
Not correct. Greg
Bouncer?
is correct.
Hmm.
Third one to Sanat. What type of fabric is traditionally made from 100% wool, which is dyed, spun, and then woven into a heavy, durable cloth that has natural water and dirt repellent qualities? Originally designed in Belgium for military use, it is now popular for making coats and bags.
Please.
Not correct. Aditya.
Pass.
Greg,
Pass.
Jimmy
I will try duffel.
is correct.
Oh, nice.
And next three directs to Greg. Which football club was given fake names Ruhr and Rhein in the early editions of Pro Evolution Soccer? The choices were apt because of the geographical location and industrial history of the club and its city, which is dominated by the Chem Park facilities along the Rhine.
Uh, Dortmund.
Aditya,
Schalke.
Sanat
Bayer Leverkusen.
is correct. Second one to Greg. What term is given to this sort of horse where it develops spots of a different color? Common in the Appaloosa breed, the name evokes how the horse has patterns like the rosette spots of a predatory jungle cat.
Yeah. Leopard.
Is correct.
Oh,
Third question to you. A clip from which 1993 film is used for the clock from 5:59 to 6 a.m. The protagonist becomes agitated at being forced to hear the repeated alarm, smashing the clock to the floor before returning to his fixed daily routine.
and Groundhog Day.
Is correct. Next three directs to Aditya. The 2025 Nobel Prize in Physics was awarded to Clark, Devoret, and Martinez for experimental realizations of macroscopic quantum tunneling, which are fundamental to quantum computing. What device or effect is central to these tests? It is named after one of the Nobel Physics laureates from 1973 who discovered the effect that produces a supercurrent that flows without any applied voltage despite a barrier in the device.
Josephson effect.
Is correct? Josephson. Second question to you. The title of this Julio Cortázar novel is a reference to the sequence in which the chapters are supposed to be read, which includes going back and forth in some places. Inspired by a nostalgic childhood pastime, he provides a table of instructions on how to blank, 9 letters, one's way through the 155 chapters. What is the title, same as the blank, of this work?
Hopscotch.
Is correct. Third question to you. This plant destroys zombies with an intense burst of energy. It is known by what name, 5, 4 letters, that changes a single letter in a two-word term for a concentrated ray of light to refer to an edible seed of a leguminous plant.
Laser bean.
Is correct.
BEA.
Next three directs to Jamie. Which palace was built in the 17th century for the King of Poland and Grand Duke of Lithuania, and remains as a uniquely Baroque structure that survived the nation's partitions and both world wars. Located in the namesake district of Warsaw, it also hosts a museum honoring the ruler who built it.
Uh, Jagiellonian Palace.
Greg,
I'll pass.
Aditya,
Pass.
Sanat,
Pass.
this is the Villanov Palace. Second one to Jimmy. Inspired by the stories of excavations he learned during his visit to the Bay of Naples, Iwasowski depicted how the sea would have looked during the cataclysmic destruction of which ancient city in 79 AD.
Pompeii.
That's correct. Third question to you. What title, 5 letters, is given to an editor who works behind the scenes on several repetitive but important jobs? They may also be given the title Wiki Gardener, apt considering how these helpful figures are often found in such settings.
Okay. Let's try gnome.
Is correct. And therefore round 5, Sanat, Jimmy is on 15, Sanat is on 12, Aditya is on 10, and Greg is on 8 points. Sanat, your redirects of round 5. Which Russian palace of Versailles was commissioned in the early 18th century as a direct response to Louis XIV's Palace of Versailles? The complex features a unique pump-free fountain system that feeds over 150 fountains, including the Grand Cascade Ensemble with its Samson fountain.
St. Petersburg Palace.
Not correct. Greg.
I'll pass.
Aditya.
Pass.
Jimmy.
Peterloo.
Can you repeat that?
Peterloo.
Not correct. We're close. This is called the Peterhof or
Oh
Peterhof.
my God, of course. Yes, stupid. Sorry.
Second question to Sanat. A clip from which 1985 film is used for the clock at 8 a.m. The opening sequence from the film, it shows clock striking the hour within an eccentric inventor's garage laboratory as a number of inventions prepare breakfast.
Back to the Future.
Is correct. Third question to you. Which company issued this tribute to Pandey? They added that his influence will continue to color the way we think about creativity for generations to come. Something every home would have to say.
Asian Paints.
Is correct. Next three directs to Greg. This is a still from the rehearsals of which musical? It depicts the lead character practicing Good Morning Baltimore, albeit without her flamboyant flip wig.
Hairspray.
Is correct. Second one to you. The Ice Legacy duo have already crossed 11 of the world's top 20 ice fields. One of their future expeditions will involve crossing the world's sixth largest ice field, located between the Barents Sea and the Kara Sea. Which island, the 30th largest in the world and second largest in its country, is this?
Franz Joseph.
Aditya?
Pass.
Sanat?
Pass.
Jimmy?
Severnaya Zemlya?
I'll take that. It is just Severne, part of the Novaya Zemlya archipelago. Third question to Greg. Eleanor Catton's Booker Prize winning The Luminaries is divided into 12 parts. The number of chapters and word count in each part progressively decrease, with the last part having just one chapter. What is this diminishing pattern supposed to resemble? One among the numerous astronomical references in this work.
Guess the phases of the moon.
Correct? Next three to Aditya. Which football club was given the fake name Dublin in the early editions of Pro Evolution Soccer? This club does not have any connections to the Irish capital and was instead fake named after their striker Dion Dublin, who won the 2001 UEFA Intertoto Cup with this club.
Aston Villa.
Is correct. Second one to you. Which Italian palace of Versailles was built by the House of Bourbon to Sicilies as the main residence of the King of Naples? It was modeled politically and socially rather than physically after the Palace of Versailles and is often considered to be the world's largest royal residence by volume.
Palace of Venice.
Greg
Caserta Palace.
is correct.
Venice.
Third question to Aditya. Iwasowski's long-standing wish to visit his ancestral homeland was fulfilled in 1868. During this visit, he became the first Armenian artist to illustrate which biblical mountain, known for its two distinct volcanic cones.
Mount Ararat.
Is correct. And last three questions of the quiz to Jimmy. The 2025 prize in economics was awarded to Mokier, Aghion, and Hewitt for having explained innovation-driven economic growth. The committee used which movement to emphasize the need for a society that is open to change? It gets its name from a legendary figure whose legacy started with the story of him smashing knitting frames.
Luddite movement.
Is correct. Second question to you. In 2025, the Ice Legacy duo covered 1,100 kilometers over 2 months, crossing the Grand Agassiz and Prince of Wales ice caps, the world's third, fifth, and seventh largest ice fields, respectively. They are all located on which island? the third largest island in its country, and the 10th largest in the world.
Ellesmere.
Is correct. And last question of the quiz. What type of fabric, typically made from polyester, has a brushed surface that traps air for insulation, designed to mimic the natural wool coat of sheep? This makes the durable material a popular choice for jackets or sweatshirts.
Fleece.
This is fleece. And that's the end of the quiz.
Good game. Good game.
Good game.
Thanks for reading,
Good game,
Anisha.
everyone.
Thank you